Good evening everyone and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. I am your host with the most, Malc. Tonight with me as always is the greatest American commentator of them all, Tim. How you doing, mate? You alright?
How you doing, Malc? I'm sitting back yet again one more day this week, ready to see some more action from Sochi.
Oh, absolutely. As you rightly said, this is the Russian Grand Prix tonight at the Sochi track here. So we'd like to see who's going to be out first. And it's Vodek. It'll be Vodek who will do his lap in here. And also F1 Mr. P and Gusto as well. So good evening to everyone else watching the stream live and exclusive. We hope you enjoy it. Enjoy the back of your seat and enjoy the F3 League tonight here. Last night in the Realistic Performance League was a bit of a cracker with so many battles going on. Don't you agree, Tim?
Yeah, but there was also a lot of time penalties that we saw. And, you know, there were drivers both in the Performance League and the F3 League that we were talking to last week who mentioned that there were going to be a lot of time penalties. And last night, as we saw, there were so many that came into play that I almost say that we're going to see the same... I almost say that we're going to see the same thing happen here in this race in the F3 League. Yes,
as you rightly said, this track is penalties galore here at the Sochi track. You just got to be absolutely careful as well at the curbs there. So just waiting to see what's going to happen here so far on this track here. But I can't wait for it. I can't wait because Mike, who won last week's the British Grand Prix, did a brilliant job here at round 3. So he's shot himself back up into the lead here, but into the top of the Drivers' Championship battle there. But like I said, the most leader at the moment is F1 Richard. So we're going to go and straight to the Sochi track, the qualifying lap here from Vodek's point of view here. So he's coming up to the start finishing line straight now, up to the coming up to the first ever DRS straight now. Passing into turn 1 now and try and go full power share with the DRS straight there into, which is turn 2 here, and you got that sweeping left-hander on here. And then coming up to, which is turn 3, you've got the grandstands on the right hand side there, and then coming up to, which is turn 4 now, and then into turn 4, and then this is the part where you'll be absolutely crucial here. This is the end of the first sector at this moment of point of view here. Passed into turn 5 now, and then into, which is turn 6 now, and then into turn 7 there. Vodtek's car is a little bit left, right, centre there. Unbelievable stuff there. But coming up to, which is turn 8 now, and into turn 9, which you can easily get penalties galore here if you don't watch what you're doing there. And into turn 10. This is the second lot of the DRS straight here. And this is the part where you can see so many overtakes left, right, and centre. Will there be loads there? Will there be any 2 in a bed, 3 in a bed? We have to wait and see. We're coming to the end of the second sector, into turn 12, into 13, sorry, and then into 14. And then curve into the 15th corner here. This is the part where you have to be absolutely slow at the blind corner that's on the left-hand side into turn 16 now. And then down the straight here, passing the entry of the pit entry here. And then into turn 17 and then turn 18. That is the qualifying lap of the Russian Grand Prix. And the time to beat is a 1:33.081. Well, Mr. P is in pole position at the moment here with a 1:32.7. Tim, who are you watching so far live and exclusive?
Currently watching Mike in the Haas machine as Rymac has now set the third fastest time with a 1:33.344. Nice Niels now in fourth with a 1:35.023. So 4 times now on the board as Mike is now approaching turn 16, like you said, that blind left-hand corner.
Yeah, you got
so 2 more turns to go. Let's see. Sorry to interrupt you, Matt, but 2 more turns to go for Mike to see where he will end up. Can he beat Mr. P's 1:32.7?
Wait and see what happens here, and he does a 1:35.1. Now, I will mention it again, but with the tyre wear strategies here around the Sochi track, if we've not heard anything from the weather crew just yet, so hopefully we'll get that confirmed live and exclusive for you guys. But at the moment here, we will have hopefully we'll get the latest updates on the weather crew. But if it is a dry race, it will be a soft to mediums situation here. But we'll have to wait and see what happens here. I'm just going to go on to Luke Bailey now. He's coming up to... Oh! That's a beauty. That's a beautiful lap there from Luke Bailey there with a 1:32.716. 500 quicker than Mr. P there for second place there. But like I said, what's your thoughts of the track in your own personal opinion on it? What would you have gone for on the qualifying tonight?
Well, yesterday we definitely saw most drivers taking the softs, like you said, going the soft to medium route. And honestly, I don't see any better strategy. Maybe the reverse strategy going medium to softs will work, but really if you're starting up in the top 5, I think you're losing too much time if you do that reverse strategy.
You only lose out by 2/10 if you did the medium softs, obviously. But it's just if you're going to gamble and risking it for a biscuit on there. But it is kind of 2/10 slower than the best strategy, which is the soft mediums. But let's see what happens here. But as we was talking there, Gaston has moved on to first place here with 132.656. 600 quicker than Luke Bailey here. Who are you watching so far again, Tim?
Currently, I'm watching F1 Richard in the McLaren. Right now, he actually has 2 laps on his soft set of tires. His best time so far is a 1:33.549. I actually expect him to pit not too long from now, but as of right now, he is 7th fastest on the board. Looking down the line, though, I'm going to go down to Tennis, who has 2 laps on his medium tires in the Racing Point machine. He's currently sitting at 11th with a 1:35.191.
Yeah, with the medium strategy here, you can go to like 23 laps, predicted 23 laps of the lifespan of the mediums. The softs can last about 15, 16 laps. Expected, and then also the hards can hit the 32s, 32 laps of there. So whatever happens here, I expect, like I said, I expect the soft mediums to kick in. But I've seen some drivers pitted in about lap 8 or 9 compared to lap 12, which was predicted, and then go long on the mediums. But it's depending on who can gamble the most here. But Luke Bailey did a brilliant job last night in the Realistic Performance League. But like I said, there's some drivers out there who could produce the goods here on race 4. I can't believe this is round 4 of 12 here of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. So at the moment here, while we're watching Tinnis now, still just crossed over the line now into 8th place with a 1:34.561. So, is there any drivers out there that you've impressed after 3 rounds so far, Tim?
Any drivers out there that impresses me after 3 rounds? Well, definitely F1 Mr. P. You know, we saw in the opening race that he started at the back of the pack and was able to work his way up to 2nd position and almost winning the race. And later in that interview, he said to you that he felt like he was back in form as to where he used to be. Of course, that was before I started commentating for the Invictus Racing League, so I don't remember the old Mr. P like maybe you or Craig might. But nonetheless, he has shown some good form, he's shown some speed, and he's made good on his word, saying that he really does feel like he's back on form. And right now, sitting in the 3rd position, looking very decent for this qualifying session.
That's still a good time, to be fair, 1:32.763. But watching Craig here coming to the final corner now, and he does a 6th place with a 1:33.467. He's 5th in the Drivers' Championship at the moment here. So I'll go through the Drivers' Championship as it stands. F1 Richard is in 1st with 28 points. Luke Bailey is in 2nd with 25 points. So Spud is in 3rd with 23 points. Mike, after his win last week in the British Grand Prix, is in 4th with 23 points. Craig is in 5th with 13 points. Mr. P, as we were discussing, in 12th. 6th place with 12 points. Stevens got 12 points, and Nigel Gash is in with 12 points as well. So they've all joined 6 places here. So that's still good points there from the drivers' point of view here. Vodtek is in with 10 points in 9th place, and Synchronously is in 10th with 10 points, and the rest are under 10 points. But Rymac did really well on his 2nd race of the season when he was having so much battles galore left, right and centre. But I'm just going to watch him now. As we was discussing about Rymac now, he had some really great battles on his second race, considering he had his DSQ in the first race when he had too many penalties at, I think it was, if my calculations are correct, Germany, sorry. Oh, he's teasing us. He's absolutely teasing us. Madness. But yeah, what did you thought of Rimac last week, Tim?
Well, Rimac, he has definitely shown good form and good pace each and every race that he's ran with us this season. And like you said, the first race, it was a DSQ. He had too many penalties, but he did show some good pace there. And without those penalties, he could have had a podium in that race. So Rimac has just really been very, very impressive. Absolutely
fantastic. I can't wait for his battles here tonight here. But Mike has moved up to 5th place now with 133.299. He's only 6/10 off the leader. Yellow flags at the 1. Yellow flags at the 1, so something must happen there. But still watching Luke Bailey now. He needs to try and find 600s from somewhere or more to beat Gasto in first place here. But fair play to Gasto, who's done a brilliant job here to get pole position here. But can he try and hold on there up to near the end of the qualifying here? We'll have to wait and see at this moment. So coming up to Luke Bailey now, passing into turns. Oh, he's teasing us. Every time we watch, they're teasing us. Absolutely madness. Absolutely madness. Who are you watching, Tim?
Currently watching Mike yet again in the Haas machine. Currently running 5th.
Oh!
Well, now he is in a 6th position, a 133.2, as Sir Spud has rocketed to the top of the board, a 132.623 from Sir Spud.
Brilliant stuff there from Sir Spud here. So hopefully by 300s, passing Gasto's time there, but I expect that to be beaten in a moment or two, depending on, because the track is getting warmer and warmer as the timings have gone in now. So I don't know if Mike's slowing down here to try and go back into the pits there, but the yellow flags at just 2 and 3. And I'll tell you what did I say? It's going to get beaten because Gasto's moved up to first place now with a 132.438. Tim.
Really good time from Gasto there. He is not letting that pole position go. He does not want it to slip out of his grasp, but I'd say Sir Spud wants to have a word with Gasto. He's going to have 5 minutes to beat that pole time yet again, but he's probably going to have to pit for fresh tires just so he can have the best opportunity possible.
Absolutely fantastic stuff there. But Mike's going back into the pits now as we're watching Synchronously. Good evening to Sonaldo. How you doing, mate? You all right? He says, shout out to Synchronously from Alex. Let's go, champ. That's what we said. So Synchronously will be under pressure here as we're watching him live to do his qualifying lap here. We had green flags there. So I hope you're okay and well. Good evening to Harman, how you doing, mate? You alright? He says, come on, nice Niels. So we've got 2 fans in the chat here tonight. We've got a Synchronously fan and Nice Niels. So Synchronously in 10th place at the minute. Nice Niels is in 15th place at the minute with 4 minutes 28 left of the qualifying here. Can anyone try to beat Gasto's time here? But while we're watching that, we're watching Synchronously coming up to the end of the second sector into third, into turn 13 there, under the bridge here, into turn 14 now. Just have to wait and see what he can do. Can he be in queue here to try and get the perfect lap here to get into at least the top 5 here? It looks like, I don't know if he has lost a bit of momentum there at turn 14 and 15. Then 16, sorry, 15, 16, then 17, then into turn 18 now. He's going to try and cross the line. Top 5, top 6, he does get 5th place, but however, he has done 3 laps of that soft tyres, so he'll need to watch out on that one. He might have to pit early to avoid the damage on the tyres here. But so far, good time so far here, Tim.
Yeah, good times, definitely indeed. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this qualifying session, and every driver out there has set a time, and each and every time looks to be about 5, excuse me, let me get the words. From first to 16th, it's only about a 5-second gap there, and most of the times, especially in the mid-pack, are really consistent. I'm seeing 133s, and they're really close together. This is going to be a really close race, I think.
Yeah, it should be a close race, whatever happens here. But I think it's going to be, I reckon this is going to be one of the bestest races. When you feel it, you're going to feel it in that, you feel it in that fingers there. You have to wait and see if they can try and bounce back here from the, it was a great race last week. Oh, right back. I'll tell you what, Ryan Mack has gone into pole position here with a 1:32.2, 2/10 better off Gasto's time with second place. Fantastic stuff there, but just watching Vodtek now in 7th place here. Can he try and improve his time here? Can he try and get to the top 5 here, Tim?
We're about to find out. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this qualifying session. The Alfa Romeo of Vodtek rounding the point, and he spins into the wall.
Oh my days, I don't know what happened to Vodtek. He just completely lost it at the last corner there, so he's out of the qualifying here. Just as he crossed over the line to get to the top 6, he has lost it at that point there. I have no idea what actually happened there. He must have just hit the curb and lost the car there, so he's got to be careful there. He's the first driver to have seen in this season the Invictus Racing League on the last corner there, so they might have to watch out for that one as well on that. But is there any drivers that you're watching so far, Tim?
I'm currently going down the board looking, and Craig now starting his outlap in the Ferrari. We'll see what he does, but did Vodtek improve his time that time around or no?
He did improve his time. He did shot himself to 6th place, but again, he crossed over the line and he had the crash there. So he'll have to have. I'll have to check on the rules there, but I'm sure that'll have to be. Well, that'll have to be confirmed after the race. But I'm sure there's a rule there that if you do crash, regardless whatever happens there, if it's a mistake or not, you will get. I think you'll get a warning, I think, for the first time, but I'll have to get that confirmed. But we've got 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Craig is on his proper lapping. He's only 1 lap left here. I tell you what, do you think Craig can get into the top 5 here, Tim?
Well, we're going to have to find out here in just a little bit. Right now, he's looking like he has a nice pace on this lap.
And he's doing absolutely fantastic stuff here, Tim. But like I said, he's coming up to the end of the first sector now, and then try and do it. He looks like he's doing a good job here. Will anyone try and beat Rymack's time here of a 1:32.2 with 25 seconds to go? Harmon says, rest in peace. Nice Niels is crying there. But like I said, Nice Niels is at the back there with 16th place, so he'll have to have his work cut out here. He's about 2.8 seconds behind the qualifying time there of Rymack's time there. But I tell you what, they have stopped the qualifying here at the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Will anyone try and beat Rymack's time here of a 1:32.2? They're still watching Craig now, so Rymack cannot improve. He'll be a sitting duck here to find out if anyone can try and beat it. Tinnis moves up to 6th place now. Yellow flag set to 2. Yellow flag set to 2, so something must happen there. At the moment, Rymack holding on. Gasto 2nd, Sir Spud in 3rd here. But here we go, can Craig put the ball? No! He does not. He does not improve his time there. He finishes in 10th place, Tim. Who are you watching so far?
I'm watching Mike going through turn... I was about to say 16, but no, he is not. But watching Mike in the Haas machine right now, he's going to try to improve his time, a 1:33.299 right now on the board. That's good enough for 9th, but he wants the pole. Not sure if he's going to be able to get it, though, but he has 2 minutes to try. This is going to be his last lap. Currently, the pole sitter is Rymack with a 1:32.282. Mike now going through turn 15 and now approaching turn 16 at the moment. That blind left-hander.
Yes. Here we go.
2 more corners to go.
Here we go. Can Mike do it? He's done something out of nowhere again. Can he do it twice in a row in the qualifying here? Can he do it? Oh, he doesn't. He does not get pole position here. With second place. With first place here. He's moved up to 7th place with a 1:32.8. Oh, so Spud and Gasto both in the pits there. So we will not have a last minute change at the top here. Rymack on his 3rd race, his 3rd ever race on the Invictus Racing League. He's in pole position here in the Russian Grand Prix. He'll be a sitting duck with the long DRS straights here, but like I said, what a time there from Rymack, just by 2 tenths there, Tim.
Yeah, really a really good time, and that's going to be his second pole position. Correct me if I'm wrong now, because in his first race at Germany, he elected to take softs in the qualifying session when nobody else did, and he was able to lock himself in the pole position there as well.
Absolutely, yes. You can tell I'm just not there at all, but yeah, you are absolutely spot on there. So Rimac on his second qualifying position here. Brilliant stuff there. So here are your classification for the short qualifying for the Russian Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. You got Rimac in first place, you got Gaston in second, Sir Spud in third, Luke Bailey is in fourth, Mr. P is in fifth, Tinus is in sixth, Mike, the Slovenian legend here, in seventh place, Vodek in eighth, Sigurnossi in ninth, BDB Clyde in 10th, Craig is in 11th, Nigel Gash is in 12th, F1 Richard is in 13th, O Stevens in 14th, Steele is in 15th, and Nice Neils, the only one who's on the tyre of the mediums, back at 16th place. Sonado says good luck to Sigurnossi, so hopefully we'll see some good cracking action here. But I'm going to do my advertisements here before we talk about the race tonight. This is the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel for all the live races here. We're watching you live and exclusive of the F3 League. One of the races tonight, live and exclusive. We got, like I said, myself and Tim on the F3 League tonight. But we also got Warris Lander and Energy Dan for F2 tonight. So make sure you tune in if you want to watch watch both races here tonight. So hopefully you'll enjoy it live and exclusive at the back of your armchair and watch the action as it comes in as well. But we're not only live on the Wednesday nights, we're live on the Monday nights as well with the F1 League. It used to be the No Assist League. We got the greatest commentator duo of them all, of Gareth and Sab as well. So make sure you tune in on that one, guys, as well. Myself and Tim on the Realistic Performance League on the Tuesday nights as well. So all times are all hit off at 8 p.m. as well. But we also, not only we do the F1 leagues on here, but we also do the podcast on the Thursday nights at 8 p.m. With Gareth and Sab again to talk about the real life F1 and also about the latest updates of the Invictus Racing Leagues in general. But we're not only on YouTube, guys. We're not only on YouTube, but we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. So make sure you like, subscribe, follow. You know the drill, guys. Make sure you do that as well. But the most important of it all is you got the InvictusRacingLeague.com site as well. So make sure, if you like what you see and you want to join in, make sure you sign up on the registration and apply to race form as well. So make sure you sign up and apply to race. And one of the admins will get in contact with you to join in and as soon as possible. But like I said, one more thing, guys. Please make sure you like, subscribe to our video tonight and the channel as well for all the live races here. Make sure you tune in on that one. So I have to wait and see what happens here so far. Good evening to Thomas. How you doing, mate? You alright? So like I said, we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here tonight. So Tim, the usual question for you, mate. Top three, who do you think is going to happen here tonight?
You know, I've been sitting here mulling it over, and I was about to say that Rymac's going to get his first win today, but for some reason I'm feeling like Gasto is going to be the one to get a win today here. Rymac, would not be surprised to see him on the podium, but I'm going to go with Gasto, Sir Spud, and Luke Bailey finishing in any order on the podium.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Like I said, I'd like to see Rymac win the race, but like I said, this track has got penalties galore, and I'm sure that he'll try and avoid the penalties like he did in the first race, because I think it would have been a different story had he not had that penalty galore at Germany as well. But like I said, it's going to be tough to pick because I reckon Luke Bailey will get into the top three tonight after his brilliant performance last week. I got a feeling Mike is going to creep in at any moment in time, but it's tough for a third one in any order because Rymac could do it. He might just prove me wrong and get the third podium spot, or maybe Gasto. actually anyone on their day can do it. But like I say, you got synchronicity out of nowhere. I can't see Nice Neils or Steele or, you know what I mean, like shot themselves into the podium. I mean, they could do it, but it's going to be tough because majority of the drivers at the back end of the grid, outside the top 10, they're all on the mediums, but Steele's the only one that's gambled on the softs. So is that a risky move there from Steele? Do you think he'll try and get the overtake quickly as possible, Tim?
Honestly, I think it is a bit of a risky move. I myself, if I was starting that far back, would start on the medium tires, you know, going for that reverse strategy. But maybe Steele knows something that we don't. We're going to have to find out and see just what happens here.
Have to wait and see what happens here, because you do get a little bit of collisions left, right, and so he might be lucky. You never know, but we have to wait and see what happens here. But I'll tell you what, Tim, I'll let you do the honours, as always, to start it up.
And an honour it always is. Just about to start the F3 race here at Sochi, the Invictus Racing League's F3 race. You see those drivers lining up on the grid, and they are watching the red lights. We have 5 red lights in the air, and now there are no red lights, and it is green in the Invictus Racing League's F3 League for the Russian Grand Prix. Rymack and the Williams getting an early stop, but that was a 3-wide situation already going to turn 1. It was a Ferrari of Sir Spud, Gasto, and Luke Bailey. Now it is calmed down just a little bit, and there is contact. There is Mike, I believe, in the Haas machine going around now, and the Alfa Romeo hitting him, the Alfa Romeo of what looks to be, I didn't see who it was, but Mike is now spun around.
I did not see that. I saw there was contact between the two Haas cars there, but I'm exactly not sure how it all ended at that point there. But Mike is dropping himself right back now at the back of the grid there. It looks like Craig is dropped at the back of the grid as well here. But we got Tinus and Spud side by side here. We might be a 2-in-a-bed situation here coming up to, which is turn 8, 9. Oh, what a move there from Tinus. What a move. Unbelievable stuff there. Absolutely fantastic stuff there, but a little bit of collisions there. Nice Neils has moved up 6 places there, so that's still a brilliant job there from Nice Neils to start from the back there. Like I said, Steele as well from 15th place into 11th there. Yellow flags at the 2. Yellow flags at the 2. Something must happen there. Who are you watching so far, Tim?
Riding on board with Sir Spud as he's chasing down Tinnis. And already I think a lot of these drivers were really lucky to get by that carnage between Mike and Botchdeck there. So it was a Haas machine in an Alfa Romeo, and a few drivers probably getting some wing damage here and there, just trying to avoid it. So very fortunate there was only 2 cars involved, as Luke Bailey now has the fastest lap with a 139.338, but Rymack has gotten out to a fairly decent lead, less than a second separating him and Luke Bailey at the moment. But Rymack, if he can, you know, if he crosses his T's and dots his I's and keeps it in the lines, he might be able to walk away with this thing. He might be able to pull away and get a decent lead. But Luke Bailey, at least at the moment, is incredibly fast, as now F1 Richard has retired from the session and he's going to suffer a DNF. Yeah,
I don't know what actually happened there from F1 Richard, so he's out of the race. So that means he's going to be losing his first place here tonight, where he had a reminder of the points situation there. He had 28 points as we speak. So F1 Richard is left the session, because I'm not sure what exactly happened there. But Nigel Gash and Mike had to pit there, so they had to go on the hards. They got no choice, but they had to go on the hards here as well tonight here. But like I said, Spud trying to close in on Tinnis now for 4th place, as you was watching like an exclusive, Tim. But do you think Rymack will hold on? Because Luke Bailey's going to close in as we speak here for the 1st place here, Tim.
He is going to have to do some really, really good defensive driving if he wants to hang on. Luke Bailey is a man on a mission right now, getting really close to that Williams. No contact that I could see, but definitely close enough for there to be. Rymack and Luke Bailey running 1-2, and now there is contact. Luke Bailey gets into the back of Rymack, and now Luke Bailey is in the wall. Rymack and Luke Bailey wreck out from 1st and 2nd. That is absolutely unfortunate. I am gutted. That is absolutely gutted there from Luke Bailey and from Rymack as well. Rymack in 7th place here, so hopefully he'll hold on there. But Luke Bailey will be going back into the pits there as we speak. But
There's been a few contacts here, left, right, here, but Nice Neil still holding on into 9th place here. Ryan Mack going back into 7th again. BW Clyde drops down to 8th place here. Oh, I might go watch that battle here, but look at this. We've got 2 in the bed. We've got Nice Neils. Oh, what a move! What a move! Oh, no, don't do this to me! Oh, this is unbelievable stuff here, Tim. This is a 3-car battle here. We might have a 4-car battle here. 7th place here. Tim!
Yeah, BWA Clyde on the back bumper of Nice Neils, and meanwhile still being a Mercedes starting on those soft tires all the way from 15th, moving his way up to the points position right now of 10th, and now making a move on BWA Clyde, going around the outside, but he goes just a little bit wide. So far, I think he's been able to make the move. Yes, he has cleared. Well, he has not actually. BWA Clyde in the Alfa Romeo. He is fighting back hard. Still being a Mercedes, trying to get by him, and now he has cleared him for the 9th position. Still B now has his sights set on the Racing Court machine of Nice Neils, but he's going to have to deal with that Alfa Romeo, who is still on his back bumper. Nice Neils now starting to come into view for Still B66. Going to see what happens here, as now they are approaching that blind left-hander, and in front of Nice Neils in Still B, there is Rymack and O'Steven. Rymack, who was leading this race just a lap ago, now is not. He is on the back bumper of O'Steven and trying to make up position as much as he can, while Gasto has the fastest lap going, 136.728, rounding turn 18. O'Steven and Rymack 6th and 7th still.
Yeah, so what's it from Rymack's point of view here? Can he try and beat O'Steven's time there of 6th place here? But will he try and make the move? No! Both of them look like they have a... Oh, no, no, don't do this to me. Don't you dare do this to me. Don't. He's going to try and go to the inside. O'Steven's trying to hold on. Ooh, that was close. Rymack's right at the back tail of O'Steven there, but Rymack's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Coming to the end of the first sector now. O'Steven's trying to hold on there for 6th place here, so that's the one lot of penalties there from Rymack there. Absolutely unbelievable stuff there, but Synchronicity in 4th place here. That's a brilliant drive at the moment here. We might have to watch him in a moment or two here, but still watching from Rymack's point of view here. Can he try and improve here? Can O'Steven hold on for 6th place? No! Oh! Can he do it? Is he doing it? He's... Oh no, they're still going to 2 minute bets. They're still going 2 minute bets. Absolutely unbelievable stuff there, but Nice Neils holds on, moves up to 8th. But Rymack, oh, what a move! What a move! Oh my days! Oh my days, what a move! Unbelievable stuff there, but look at BB Clyde and Steele. Side by side, Steele! Oh, Steele went late braking there between himself and BB Clyde, so Steele will have to give the position back, which he does now. Absolutely brilliant stuff here, Tim.
Yeah, brilliant indeed. I was wincing there just for a moment when Still B and BWA Clyde got together there. Lucky that it wasn't worse than it was, but undoubtedly both of them have got to be pretty mad. And like you said, it just looked like Still B went a little bit too wide, and both of them went off the track. So now Nice Neils is in a league of his own in 8th place, trying to chase down O'Steven, who's just ahead of him. O'Steven still trying to chase down Rymack, and I think he's going to be able to get him in a few laps time, because before too long those soft tires are going to start to wear and lose some speed, while those medium tires should be kicking in. But we're going to have to see. Rymack right now is still looking quite a bit faster than that Mercedes.
Yeah, still just a little tad faster, but he'll have to push his pedal to the metal here, because he is losing. After he had that collision with Luke Bailey at a few laps ago, so then he's dropped himself back down from the 1st to 6th place here at this moment in time. But Zeddy, I might have to look at some of the battles here so far. We've got Steele and BW Clyde, and also Nice Neils and O'Steven. Actually, we're going to go back to Nice Neils and O'Steven there. See, we might have a 3-car battle here between Rymack, O'Steven and Nice Neils. Again, Spurs synchronously for 3rd and 4th place. We have to wait and see what happens here at this moment in time here. Just waiting to see at this fantastic battle here at this moment in time. We've got Nice Neils trying to close in on Steven now for 7th place here. We've got BW Clyde, Steele for 9th and 10th. We've got Vodtek and Luke Bailey between 12th and 13th place. Luke Bailey's just moved up, but we've got a yellow flag set to 2, Tim. If you see any action going on there.
No, unfortunately I do not. I'm riding on board with Synchronously right now. He is in Sector 1. If I see it here in just a moment, I will let you know. But the Renault of Synchronously who started in 9th position, is now worked his way up to the 4th position and is trying to chase down Sir Spud. So far, it does not look like he has the speed to do it, but he is within DRS range, so there might still be something there left in the tank.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what he can do there at this moment in time. But fantastic stuff there from Synchronicity and also from Nice Niels, who's had a brilliant start here. Same with Steele. They've started off at the back there, but there's just a few incidents left, right and centre here from a few of the laps there as we speak at the Russian Grand Prix. If you just joined, ladies and gentlemen, we're on lap 6 and 27 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. If you just missed it, Rimac, who's in pole position here, has dropped down to 6 after a little bit of contact between himself and Luke Bailey here. So Gasto's in the lead now. Dinos is in 2nd, so Spud is in 3rd. Synchronicity is in 4th place here, but B. McClay has just moved up to 9th now. Mr. P is in 5th. Rimac is in 6th. Nice Niels is in 7th place here. So just have to wait and see what happens here. Oh, Synchronicity's lost a bit of his front wing here. Synchronicity's lost a bit of his front wing, so he have to go into the pits here, because he will lose out so much time on the straights here. So hopefully we'll have to wait and see at this moment in time. But Synchronicity is in the pits from that point of view. But Nice Niels will move up to 7th place here after Synchronicity went into the pits. Unbelievable race here, Tim.
Unbelievable indeed. Already we've had the leaders wreck out. You know, Luke Bailey now running in 12th with Rimac running in 5th now, so that's actually a decent recovery for from Rimac anyway. Of course, Rimac was the one that got spun where Luke Bailey got into the wall, so probably some wing damage on that Red Bull that Luke Bailey had to fix. Of course, that was around lap 2. So Rimac already, as I said, a decent recovery. And just behind him, there's a battle now between O. Steven and Nice Niels. It looks like Nice Niels has caught that Mercedes. Rimac, of course, still in front of O. Steven after he made that move. O. Steven's tires just not coming in yet. Rimac still holding on in those softs, but Nice Niels getting really close to that Mercedes. 0.3 seconds separating them right now as the Racing Point machine wants to get by that Mercedes so very bad.
He needs to do it quickly here because O. Steven's going to try and go long. Same with Nice Niels here. I don't know if O. Steven's got a bit of his front wing damage, or he's trying to save fuel here. No, he hasn't got lost the front wing damage. That's why I was just checking to see if he's just lost pace there. But at the moment here, Nice Niels is right at the back. He's right at the back. He's trying to go in the inside. Move! No! Oh, let's go side by side here. They're going side by side. Oh, what a move! What a move there from Nice Niels into 6th place here. Starting right at the back here. Moves up 10 places here. Fantastic drive here from Nice Niels here into 6th place, Tim.
Yeah, fantastic indeed. He is a man on a mission right now, and as soon as the top 5 drivers pit, he will be in the lead, at least for a little while. Not sure if he will be able to hang on to it or not, but with him being on those medium tires and O. Steven as well, both of them will be able to stay out quite a bit longer. So we're going to see if the reverse strategy works for them or if it doesn't.
Got to wait and see. But look at O. Steven here, right at the tail. Nice Niels here for 6th place again. He really is pushing the limiter here, but it looks like O. Steven will drop off back a bit. But Craig did have a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings as we was discussing this battle here at this moment in time. So, who do you think is going to blink from the top 5 here? Do you think, which lap do you think they'll have to pit in, Tim?
Definitely not long from now. I'd say maybe about lap 12, and I'd say that Rimac is probably going to have to be the one that pits first, just simply because from that spin, his rear tires at least are probably starting to lose grip, so he's probably going to have a little bit more fall off than the guys in front of him. What we're going to see here is Rimac is actually starting to gain a little bit, just a little bit, on F1 Mr. P in 4th.
Oh, okay. We'll just wait and see from that point of view. But we'll go to Rimac in a moment too. But still watching Nice Niels and O. Steven here for the battle here for 6th place here. This is absolutely fantastic stuff here. Whatever happens here tonight, this has been a brilliant race. Definitely an unbelievable stuff here. As I said, who's going to blink first? Mr. P's got a 5-second penalty for speed pit lane because he is in the pits. Tim, he is in the pits already on lap 9, and that's what predicted last night in the realistic performance league, where a few drivers went to pit about lap 9-10. But look at this bar here. We're still watching O'Stephen and Nice Niels for 5th place now. Absolutely brilliant stuff here. Will O'Stephen try and put the pressure here on Nice Niels here for 5th place here. This is absolutely unbelievable stuff here. Tim!
Unbelievable indeed. Nice Niels and O'Stephen 002 just running nose to tail, and they have been for the past few laps. Nice Niels got by O'Stephen, and he has not looked back, but O'Stephen has not looked back either. He has kept his eyes forward, chasing down that bright pink race car, and he is trying to get by him. He will not be able to do it, not this time anyway. As Nice Niels is starting to pull away, O'Stephen is going to need some DRS.
Well, he needs some DRS and quickly, because O'Stephen, I'm going to watch it from this point of view here, he's lost a bit of traction there at the back end there, so he might lose out a bit on the straights here. But it looks like he's getting closer and closer up to turn 13 here. Well, Nice Niels. Oh, I thought O'Stephen would have gone for the round the outside there, but passing turn 13 now into turn 14 now. And then coming up to, which is turn 15 now, the blind one here, into turn 16 now. He's going to have to get a good exit here, whatever happens here. But Nice Niels has got the better exits at the last sector here, passing into turn 17 now. O'Stephen needs to push that car to the limiter now, because he needs to push that car quickly. We don't want to lose out too much here. But Spud has pitted now from that Mr. P earlier on. But has Mr. P pitted a lap too early because of the battles going on left, right, centre? We'll find out live and exclusive for you guys. But watch it from Mr. P and from Signos's point of view here. 5-second penalty for corner cutting for Tennis. He's in second place, but he's lost 5 seconds, whatever happens here. So that is gutting there. So if it stays like this, I know Rymack's got a penalty here, but if it did stay like that and Rymack didn't, he would have moved up to second place here, Tim.
Yeah, and that is very unfortunate for Tennis. I did not see what happened, but as I switched over to look at him, it looked like he went a little bit wide, and he's still having some trouble keeping it in the lines here. It looks as though, yes, he does have the end plate. The left side end plate on his front wing is gone. So at some point he's gotten into the wall or something to cause that wing damage. And so he's definitely struggling inside that cockpit now. Yeah,
because he's losing so much time there, Tinnis, with the front left-hander of the front wing there. But like I said, it's like 7.5 second gap now. But Tinnis, he's going to have to pit now. He's got to pit. He's got no choice because he's losing so much time there. We've got a couple of battles going on here still. We've got Steele and Bidwell Clyde, which we're watching now for 6th and 7th place. But also Nice Niels and O'Stephen again for the 4th battle here. But Tinnis does pit there. Tinnis does pit. Same with Rymack. Rymack has pitted now. But Gasto's still out. Gasto is still out here. But I tell you what, Steele. No, sorry, Peter McClyde is going to the pits now, but Steele and Gasto are going out for another lap here. Same, well, Craig is on the medium tyres now, so there's 2 drivers left remaining on the soft tyres here. What lap do you reckon when Nice Niels and O'Stephen will pit here, Tim?
That is definitely a good question. I would say anywhere around lap 15 to 18, give or take. But of course, with these tires lasting, the soft tires anyway, lasting about 10 laps, they might want to try to take it until lap 20 just to give them enough breathing room here. Gasto, though, he is so far went 10 laps on his tires, as now Tennis has a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Not sure what happened there. But Gasto, 10 laps on the soft tires right now. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he could stretch it out a little bit longer than the guys behind him has, just because he's been up front throughout the whole race and he's stayed out of trouble. He's probably had time to conserve his tires, but we're going to see if he hits his time or not.
Oh my days, we had a bit of contact there between O'Stephen and Nice Niels there. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Tim. There was a bit of contact there between O'Stephen and Nice Niels, so Nice Niels has lost a bit of his front wing here. So on the left-hand side, same exactly what happened with Tinnis here. I'm not sure what happened with Tinnis' point of view, but he does lost a bit of his front wing. But does he still go on? So O'Stephen moves up to second place. Nice Niels drops down to third place here. But that was no, O'Stephen was trying to go through the inside there on the DRS straight here. But Gasto's pitted now. And Steele has pitted now for their one and only medium tyre strategy here. So just madness stuff here. Sigurdsson's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Rymac's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Tim.
Already we're seeing a little less time penalties in this race than we saw in last night's race, but very unfortunate for Rymac there. That is 6 seconds worth of time penalties for him. So far as I know, Gasto does not have any time penalties, and he has rejoined the racetrack in the 3rd position. So once O'Steven a nice Niels pit, he will be sitting very pretty for a victory here, so long as he just keeps it in the lines and tries to avoid the time penalties. He might be looking good for a win.
Absolutely fantastic stuff there, but we might have a battle here in a moment too with the two Ferraris. Oh, the two Ferraris. The two Ferraris. I thought they were going to have a bit of a scramble for a battle here for 4th and 5th, but Spud is on the fresher medium tyres. Craig's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings now. But absolutely madness stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely madness stuff here. But it's now brought the gap a little bit bigger now between all the drivers here with over a second at the moment here. So who's been your driver so far after lap 12 here, Tim?
My drivers so far, I'm going to have to give it to, at least at the moment, Synchronously, who has rebounded from 9th to currently 6th. But once the drivers in front of him, that being O'Steven, Nice Niels, and Craig Pitt, that might translate into about anywhere from a 3rd or 4th place at the moment. So he's done very well here today. Yeah, absolutely madness stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely madness stuff here. If you like what we've seen so far, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to our channel for all the live races here as we speak here. But Rymac is trying to close in on Sigurdssson now for 6th place here. But yeah, absolutely madness stuff here. So many, as you rightly said, there was some penalties galore here at this track here. It's happening to some of the drivers here tonight, which would affect their positions at the end of the race here. The biggest news of it all is F1 Richard 67 is out of the race here, the Drivers' Championship leader. So he'll lose out massively here to possibly Luke Bailey and also to Spud or Michael Craig, who is in the top 5 at this race. So at the moment here, Spud will have the massive advantage here to get some decent points against F1 Richard here. He's only 5 points behind, so this, wherever happens tonight, this will be a massive, massive boost here with the Drivers' Championship at stake. Tim. Yeah, and you know, if Luke Bailey had not gotten into the contact between Rymac, then, you know, maybe he could be sitting up the top of the board, but we're going to have to wait and see how the board looks after this race. O'Steven, Nice Niels, meanwhile, still up top right now. 12 laps on those medium tires, so looking for them to pit before too long. About 5 or 6 laps maybe, but we'll see what happens here. Nice Niels is 3.1 seconds behind O'Steven, so really no battle there. But Gasto, who has fresh medium tires, is starting to gain on Nice Niels in 2nd place, so Gasto might be making a move for 2nd before too long. Right now the gap is a 1.3 second gap, and it is shrinking, but only slightly at the moment.
Only slightly, but look at Sigurdssson closing on Craig now, side by side. So the Renault and the Ferrari here. So Sigurdssson moves up to 5th place now. Sigurdsson's moved up to 5th place now. But look at Rymac now. Rymac's right at the tail of the fellow Scotsman of Craig here. In 6th place here. Absolutely madness stuff here. But look at this. Rymac's trying to go in the inside there. He had a quick glance there on the inside. Oh, side by side with the 2 in the bed. Rymac's on 2 in the bed. What a move! What a move here, Tim!
Yeah, what a move indeed, and it almost looked as though Craig decided that he did not want to be on the outside of a battle like that at the moment, so it looked to me like he just lifted a little bit to let Rymac go and say, hey, you take that position now, and later on, if I can, I'm going to get it back.
You have to wait and see what happens here at this moment in time here. But Nice Niels has dropped down to 3rd here, but he will have to go and pit at this moment in time here. We've got a couple of battles going on here as we speak here. Nice Niels is going to try and close in on Gasto there. Was 2/10 there, but he's dropped down to 6/10 now. But he's trying everything he can here with that damage from wing earlier on from O'Steven from turn 13 at that point. So hopefully he'll try and bounce back here as quickly as possible, but he will lose out on the straights here as we speak. We've got Rymac trying to close in on Synchronicity now for 5th place here. Craig is pitted now, so he's one of the drivers who started off in the mediums earlier on from the start here. He's going to the pits now for the fresh softs here. It just depends on when Nice Niels, I know Stephen pits on that point there. But look at Rymac, Tim, look at Rymac here, trying to close it on Synchronicity now for 5th place here.
Yeah, Rymac synchronously putting on a really good battle here, synchronously wanting to hold on to that top 5 position. And Rymac with slightly fresher tires looks like he has the advantage, but he's going to have to get by him and be very careful. This is actually quite a narrow track in comparison to some others that we race at, so there's not a lot of room to pass here. Rymac's going to have to be very, very careful. Synchronously now starting to pull away, getting a little bit better exits out of these corners. Stevens Gasto, meanwhile, still up front. Synchronously, Rymac trying to close in, but just not close enough. Will he be able to get the DRS and use that to pass him going into turn 14?
Absolutely madness stuff here. We're coming to the DRS straight now. Can Rymac try to get past Synchronicity here just before the final corner to the lead? Oh no! Oh, don't you do this! Oh my days! I don't know what to say! Oh, this is absolutely unbelievable stuff here. Craig's got the Racing time penalty for multiple warnings here. Oh, Stephen and Nice Niels are pitted. Both of them are pitted now. Both of them are pitted, but Nice Niels, who's one of my drivers, or both of our commentators' drivers of the day here because of his great moves there, from the back of the grid into the top 7 here, just waiting to see where they would be leaving out on the pits here. But look at Rymac here, trying to get past Synchronicity now for 3rd place. Oh, Synchronicity's just go overshot with that corner there, but they still go side by side here, Tim. They still go side by side here. 2 in the bench. We've got 2 in the bench situation here, but Rymac's going with the inside again. Fantastic racing here. This is absolutely fantastic racing here. Absolutely unbelievable stuff here. Rymac on the pressure on Synchronicity here for 3rd place here. They're still going side by side here. They look like on the screen here. Absolutely madness stuff here. Rymac still side by side. Oh, a little bit of contact there. There's a little bit of contact there between Synchronicity and Rymac there, Tim.
Yeah, Rymac synchronously now in 3rd, Rymac in 4th, and he is still chasing him down. He is not giving up there for a little bit. I thought maybe he had it, and synchronously was really lucky to not get a time penalty for that corner cut there. Of course, Rymac, there was really nowhere he could go, but now Rymac is making a move on the inside of synchronously. It will be the outside in this corner, but he has cleared him, so no pressure there. Rymac now has the preferred line. Rymac moves into 3rd, synchronously into 4th. Of course, Rymac has 3-lap younger tires than synchronously, and that might be the deciding factor here, is Rymac at the moment is in that final podium position.
Yeah, we've got, as you was watching there, Nice Niels had a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings now. So in a moment or two, I might have to ask you, Tim, to find out what the penalty situations here with 10 to 11 laps remaining here of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League here. We've got 2 battles going on. We've got Rymac Synchronicity again. Will this be part 2 here, or will Synchronicity will bounce back into 3rd place here? Still battling out here from those 2 drivers here, but absolutely unbelievable stuff here. Nice Niels trying to close it on Nitrogash here for 10th place here. Absolutely fantastic racing here. But Synchronicity holding on. Synchronicity holding on here. But Rymac's really pushing the tail here of the manic stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, unbelievable. We might have a 3-car battle here because Synchronicity, Rymac and F1 Mr. P is slowly creeping in. If Mr. P can keep up with these 2 guys here, he might have a chance with the podium here, but we'll get that confirmed with the penalty situations here from Tim in a moment or two, unless Tim has got the penalty situations now.
Currently looking through the list. Who exactly do you want me to check on now?
Mainly Synchronicity and Rymac at the moment here. While you check that, Rymac moves on to 3rd. Rymac drops down. Synchronicity. This is going to be a 3-car battle here for the 3 in the bench situation here for 3rd place here. Absolutely unbelievable stuff here. Oh, absolutely unbelievable. They're still coming up to the blind corner. Craig has got 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings now. This is absolutely fantastic racing here. We've got a 3-car battle coming up to the DRS straight now. Synchronicity will be a city duck here because Rymac is going to be right at the... Absolutely fantastic stuff here. Here we go. Gareth and Rymac trying to close in on Synchronicity now. Or Mr. P will try and bounce back here. They're right at the back here. But Stephen moves up to 6th place. Tinnis drops down to 7th place now. Oh my days! Rymac! 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 Oh, what a move! What a move there from Rymac into 3rd place here. Fantastic stuff here. Craig's on a 5-second speed penalty for speed and pit lane here, but unfortunately he is out of the race here with retirement here. So he's the 2nd DNF of the race here. Tonight, we've still got this 3-car battle here for 3rd place here, Tim.
Yes, and Rymac has 6 seconds worth of time penalties, where Synchronously has 3. F1 Mr. P has at least 8 as he's speeding in the pit lane, and at least 1 for multiple warnings. So all 3 of these drivers have time penalties, and at the moment, Synchronously would inherit the podium position, but it is lap 18 of 27. So anything can happen between now and then.
Yeah, so at the moment here, like I said, Synchronicity will be in the podium here tonight, but depending on how Rymac can try and push on to try and stop Synchronicity with the 3-second gap here, at least another 3-second gap or more. But if he can try and do that, that'll be fantastic stuff here. But a couple of battles going on here. This 3-car battle here for 3rd place, and also 12th, 13th and 14th place. But Nice Deals try to close in on the Steel for 9th place with 2 seconds of a gap here. But Steven's got the fastest lap of the race now. So at the moment here, he is in and got the fastest lap point tonight here. Mr. P's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I believe that's 11 seconds worth of penalties here for Mr. P. I will have a check on the leader. So at the moment here, Mr. P will lose that 11 seconds, so it'll be 27 seconds. It'll drop down to 8th place at the moment here, so he'll drop down to 8th place. Rymac with 6 seconds, I believe. He'll drop himself down to possibly 5th or 6th. But Synchronously, even though he has 3 seconds, he would move himself up to 3rd place because of Rymac's penalty, unless Synchronously gets another penalty during the next 8 laps or so. Tim.
Yeah, and we're just going to have to see how it all plays out. Synchronously, I'm not sure if he's aware of the time penalties that Rymac and F1 Mr. P has, or really if he's even thinking about his own time penalties, because he has his sights set on the Williams, and he is trying ever so desperately to get close to him. 0.6 of a second, now 0.8 of a second, separating these 2 drivers here as they're about to round the final 2 corners for this lap. It is lap 20 of 27. Gasto is still in the lead and in a league of his own, 11 seconds ahead of Sir Spud in 2nd, followed by Rymac in 3rd at the moment. But of course, if the race were to end right now, Synchronously would inherit that podium position. Synchronously right now in 4th, 1 second behind Rymac. F1 Mr. P, 0.7 of a second behind Synchronously. He will try to take advantage of the DRS when he gets a chance, if he stays within range. Yeah,
let's see what happens here at this moment in time. I might switch over to the back end of the grid here because Luke Bailey is trying to hold on here for 13th place. Nice Niels moves up to 9th now. Nice Niels moves up to 9th. But look at this battle at the back here, Tim. We've got Mike and Luke Bailey for 13th and 14th respectively here. I'm sure these 2 drivers do not want to battle at the back end here, but they're battling out here. Look at Mike here. Mike's going to side by side. We might have a 2 in the bed. Oh my days. But Luke Bailey, nearly a bit of a contact there again. So Spud's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So, oh my days. This is going to confuse me now. At the moment here, Synchronicity could get... At the moment, he could have a chance to get 2nd place here if it all goes to plan here. So at the moment here, so Spud has got a 3-second time penalty. Rymac's got at least 6 seconds. Synchronicity's got 3. Mr. P's got 11 seconds for the penalties here. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here at this moment in time. But look at Luke Bailey now, trying to close in on Mike now for 13th place here. Mike is the best defender. If you can get past him, you'll be fine there. But So we have to wait and see what happens here at this moment in time. But Luke Bailey will move on to 13th place here. But Mike will not give up here. Oh, there was a bit of debris there from one of the cars there. It looked like there was a bit of debris from one of the cars there. But hopefully we'll find out sooner rather than later here. Still watching this battle here. But who are you watching so far, Tim?
Actually checking time penalties. Sir Spud only has the 3 seconds. So right now he is looking fairly decent for maybe that final podium position. And I'm actually still watching Sir Spud, but I'm going to go back down and check on Mr. P, who is chasing down synchronously for that 4th position at the moment. Of course, F1 Mr. P has about 10 or 11 seconds worth of time penalties, so this could all be for naught. But you have to try. You do not know how many time penalties the guy in front or behind you has. You just have to try. And F1 Mr. P, he is doing just that, putting forth a very good effort to try to get by synchronously, but synchronously getting a much better exit out of that corner that time, putting some distance between those 2 cars. But F1 Mr. P, he's going to try to fight back as he is waiting for that DRS. He might be able to get that if they find the DRS, and now there it is. You hear the beep. DRS has been activated for F1 Mr. P. He's using the slipstream along with it to try to get close to synchronously, but he will not be able to make the move this time. But he's going to try to go on the inside anyway, or he was, at least for a minute. That makes synchronously go a little bit wide, but so far no contact between the 2, and they are running almost side by side.
It looked like he lost a bit of the braking point there, but there was a little bit of contact there between Mr. P and synchronously for 4th and 5th. At that point in time, but Mr. P is going to try and push it. He's going to be careful there because he doesn't want to get too many penalties here. He probably afford one more penalty here, but Luke Bailey is out of the race here. Mike and Vodtek battling out for 12th and 13th place here, but at the moment here, Luke Bailey is the 3rd casualty here of the DNFs tonight here. If you just joined, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all. Please make sure you like and subscribe to our channel for all the live races here of the Invictus Racing League. For also the F1s, for the F2s, F3s, and also the Realistic Performance Leagues, all on Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays respectively here. So at the moment here, biggest update here, F1 Richard, Craig and Luke Bailey are all out of the race here. So 3 out of the 5 drivers who were in the top 5 have lost out on points here. The best mover, Mike's retired now. Mike is retired from the session now. So he has gone into the pits, so he's out of the race here. So he's the 4th casualty here. Again, 4 out of the 5 drivers in the top 5 here, they have lost points here. But the biggest mover would be Sir Spud in first, to be moved to 1st place here tonight, Tim.
I don't remember where Sir Spud started, but I will take your word for it, Malcolm. So far, he is putting on a good show, at least for himself. Running in the 2nd place, that's not a win, and I know that he would rather be in the 1st position, but nonetheless, you cannot just turn your head away from a podium position. Really good drive by Sir Spud.
Brilliant stuff there, but Nice Niels has made the move there, passing Beadway Clyde at turn 13 there, so he's done the move there with the fresh softs here, so he's pushing that pedal to the metal here between himself and his teammate Tinus in 7th place with 4 to 5 laps remaining on the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League tonight. This is absolutely unbelievable stuff here, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely unbelievable stuff. And I'll tell you what, we're going to go back to Mr. P and synchronicity, if that's what you're watching, Tim, for this battle here for 4th place again. But like I said, Mr. P will need to get past him now. If he wants to seal that place, he's got about 11 seconds. No, it's daunting on that one. But if you want to make the move, you need to make the move now to stand any chance of not losing too many places here tonight, Tim.
Yeah, and really, I just don't think that F1 Mr. P is going to be able to do it. He has younger tires than synchronously, but it just doesn't look like he has the pace. And it's going to be really unfortunate because as soon as he crosses that line, we're just going to see his name drop like a rock down that board. But as the drivers predicted, at this racetrack, so many penalties that it was definitely expected. However, Mr. P definitely getting a good run with the DRS that time, heading into turn 13. Was not able to make a move, wasn't able to get close enough to make a move, but nonetheless closed that gap, and now he is on the back bumper synchronously, going through that blind left-hander. Now approaching turn 17 here, and going to fly by the pit entrance synchronously, got a much better exit out of that last corner, so synchronously now putting a gap between the two yet again.
Yeah, but like I said, Synchronicity is lost 2 more laps worn out than Mr. P's tyre wear as well. But look at O'Stephen now. He's going to try and close in the gap here to these 2 drivers who've had a scrap heap of the medium tyres for 4th place here. So I tell you what, if O'Stephen can try and close in, he might have another podium here if he doesn't watch out. But Mr. P's got another 3-second time penalty, so that's 14 seconds for penalties here. But look at Peter McLeod and Nice Niels here for 8th and 9th here. Still battling out here, so absolutely.
Yeah, and we are on the same wavelength now. I was going to look at that battle as well. Nice Niels in the 8th position, BWA Clyde in the 9th. Has not been a good day for either of the Alfa Romeos. Of course, Vocek getting involved in that early collision between Mike in turns 1 and 2. And now BWA Clyde running in the 9th position. I believe he's had a little bit of issues here today. And now Vocek, just speaking of him, 3-second time penalty for Vocek now.
Yeah, but Vocek, just have a look here. Vocek is in 12th at the moment here. But like I said, they could get some points here tonight here if they can try and creep into that point there. But I'm on here, Mr. P, try to close in on Synchronicity here for 4th place here. But O'Stephen could be closing in at this moment in time. But this is going to be confusing near the end of the race here, because you got Sir Spud, who had a 3-second penalty. You got Rymac, who's got 6 seconds worth of penalties. Synchronicity's got at least 3 seconds worth of penalties. Mr. P's got 14 seconds worth of penalties. So, and I'm not sure about O'Stephen, who's got a penalty or not. But I have to wait and get that confirmed from Tim in a moment or two if he can check it. But 2 battles going on. We've got Synchronicity, Mr. P, and also Nice Niels and BWA Clyde there for 4th, 5th and 8th and 9th place here. But let's have a look at BWA Clyde. BWA Clyde's going past Nice Niels there. He's overshot on the turn there, but still at turn 2. But still, fair play to Nice Niels, who's just waltzed there as well. But Tim, any updates so far?
So far, I'm not seeing any penalty from O'Stephen. However, BWA Clyde, as we were talking about him just a minute ago, he has at least 3 seconds worth of time penalties.
Right, so BWA Clyde's got 3 seconds of time penalties here, but he'll need to do something here. But if Steele knows about the penalties, he needs to push that medium tyre of the Mercedes into the 9th place here. He's only 3.4 seconds of a gap here between himself there, but we'll have to try and see what happens here. On lap 25 and 27, the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League here. So many battles galore here. It's absolutely unbelievable. So we're on the penultimate lap now of the Sochi track, the Russian track here. Absolutely fantastic racing here as we speak. But O'Stephen's dropping himself down now. Oh my days, Mr. P nearly lost the car there. When the back of Synchronicity, he's just probably lost a bit of the dirty air there now. But Rymac, look at Rymac, he's closing in on Sir Spud now. Rymac's closing into Sir Spud now for 2nd place here. Will he go around the outside? They're still banging, wheel banging here, left, right, centre here. Absolute madness stuff here at turn 2. Passing to turn 3 at the grandstands here. Into turn 4, Tim. Who do you think is going to be winning the battle here for 2nd place here?
I don't know. It could be either one of these drivers, Sir Spud or Rymac, and Rymac was very fortunate to not get another time penalty there while he was battling with Sir Spud. Quite frankly, both cars just ran out of room. One of them had to go wide, and it was Rymac. But now that Williams is on the back bumper of that Ferrari, and he is fighting back hard, and he is not wanting to let that Ferrari get out of his sight. Sir Spud, meanwhile, he's just trying to hang on. It's been a good ride for Sir Spud. He's running in 2nd right now, and he might be dropping down to 3rd. He has at least 3 seconds worth of time penalties, I do believe, where Rymac, I know for sure, has at least 6. And now Rymac going on the inside, using that DRS to get by Sir Spud. But will he be able to clear him? Yes, he will, going into turn 13. Rymac moves into the 2nd position with Sir Spud now in 3rd.
Yes, Sir Spud has dropped down to 3rd place. He always lost a bit of the edge there of the car there, so hopefully he'll try and bounce back here as quickly as possible here. But Rymac needs to push 6 seconds now. If he wants to finish 2nd in the podium, he needs to finish 6 seconds ahead. Dennis has got a 3-second time penalty for Multimore. It's nice. Niels had a 3-second time penalty for Multimore as while Tim watched that live exclusive. We're on the final lap. Final lap of this race here. Will Gasto's done a brilliant job here to hold on to first place here, and I think he'll guarantee to win the race here at the moment here, unless he's made a massive mistake there, which I doubt it very much here. But Rimac will hold on here for second at the moment here, but Sir Spud will not give up here. He will not give up here. This is going to be absolutely madness stuff here with the penalties galore here. Who's going to finish in the podium here tonight? Sonata says, who has a penalty? Rymac's got 6 seconds worth of penalties. Sir Spud's got 3 seconds worth of penalties. Sigurd Osley has got 3 seconds worth of penalties. Mr. P has got 14 seconds worth of penalties. O'Stephen has got none. Nice Niels has got at least 6 seconds worth of penalties. BB Clark's got 3 seconds worth of penalties here as we speak. But this has been absolutely fantastic racing here from all the drivers here as we speak. But can we say a massive, brilliant drive here from Gusto, Tim, because he has done a brilliant job here tonight.
Yes, definitely. He momentarily had the pole in qualifying. Of course, he wound up starting in the second position, but he did not let that deter him at all, as he is now leading this race and about to win. He has just walked off and left the field. He is in a league of his own, rounding turn 18 and rounding the final corner. Gasto in the Toro Rosso will cross the line to win the Russian Grand Prix.
Fantastic stuff there from Gasto. What a drive from him. Gasto to win his first race of the brand new season there. Rymac will finish in second. So Spud moves up to second place. Synchronicity finishes in third. Synchronicity finishes at Rymac, who's missed out on by penalties again. He would have had a podium, but penalties has cost him the podium finish here. So Rymac drops down to fifth place here. So Spud will finish second. Synchronicity will finish in third. O'Stephen misses out by a second in fourth place here. Rymac finishes in fifth. Tinnis finishes in sixth. Mr. P finishes in seventh. Peter McLeod will finish in 8th. Steele finishes in 9th. Nice Niels is in, well, after 6 seconds worth of penalties, drops down to 11th here. Nitrocash will finish in 10th place here. And also Steele, I believe, in 12th place. But fantastic stuff here as we speak here. But well done to Gasto, who we haven't said much in the stream here tonight, because he was, like you said, he was in a league of his own, and he just did what he could, and he did the job perfectly there with the Toro Rosso driver there. So fantastic stuff there from Gasto there. Well done to Spud, who was battling out so much for second place against Rymac. Rymac had to push that car to limit, but he could not do it. So Spud will finish second. Synchronicity, after penalties, finishes in third place, but Rymac finishes outside of the podium in fifth place here. Here are your race classification for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. You got Gasto in first place, Sir Spud is in second, Synchronicity is in third, O'Stevens in fourth, Rymac is in fifth, Tinnis is in sixth, Mr. P is in seventh, Peter McLeod is in eighth, Steele is in ninth, Nitrogash is in 10th. Nice Niels outside of the points in 11th. Vodtek in 12th. Mike, Luke Bailey, Craig and F1 Richard, 4 out of the top 5 drivers before tonight's race are all out of the race via DNFs. So I'm just watching the penalties galore here with for the stewards to have a look at after the race here tonight. But can I just say, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to our channel for all the live races here. If you enjoyed it, but yeah, it's just been an absolutely blast of the race here tonight. But well done to Gasto. I think it would have been a different story had there not been any incidences galore here. Do you agree, Tim?
Yeah, it would have definitely been a different story. But, you know, as we've been saying for the past 2 days, it is just, it's Sochi. There's so many penalties. It's just such a fast track. It's so easy to make a mistake that if you just go a little bit wide or you cut a corner just a little bit too much, there's a warning. You get 3 of those, boom, there's a penalty. Yeah,
absolutely. But I don't know if Gasto's got a microphone for him, but I will invite him in if he can listen and stuff. If not, well, I'm sure he'll be absolutely delighted to win his first race of the brand new season of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. So I'm just going to invite Gasto into the commentators box, say with Sir Spud as well, and say with Synchronicity as well, so to hear their thoughts of the race here tonight, of that frantic race at the Sochi track as well. So I'm just going to invite the guys here and see what their thoughts are We'll try and get through the interviews as quickly as possible for you guys so you can watch it back. But while we wait for the guys here to know, what's been your best moment of the race here tonight, Tim?
I think it would be better defined as best moments. Really, just any time that we saw drivers go around the outside, which we saw quite a lot, and it was, and in that corner where Rimac and Synchronously were, or excuse me, Rimac and Sir Spud were battling out. We saw so many times drivers, you know, go through there and end up cutting the corner, and thankfully not getting a time penalty. Synchronously did it, Rimac did it. You know, so it's really just been some tight racing. So it's really just the best moments, and the best moments for me are definitely that close racing. Maybe the tiny little bits of contact that don't result in damage. That's what I love to see.
Yeah, just absolutely manic stuff on that as well. So hopefully we'll hear from Gasto, Sir Spud, and hopefully from Synchronously in a moment or two. In this moment in time. But we'll just try and get the guys. I will invite Synchronously again, see if he can try and join in the commentators box. Unless he isn't. No, he isn't. I thought he was in, but he's not. But we'll wait for Synchronously to join in before we kick off in there. But if not, we'll have to go straight to Gasto and Sir Spud as we speak. But for Gasto and Sir Spud, can you please make sure you got your allow voice to be shared is set to on. If you're not sure how to do it, go to the party settings. There's an option called allow voice to be shared. Make sure it's set to always allow before we kick in. I will repeat it again because Synchronously has gone into the commentators box. So Synchronously, I will say this again. Can you please make sure you got your allow voice to be shared is set to on, always allow.
Yep.
So
got that.
Nice one. I'm just going to repeat it again just for the guys here. So go to the party settings, and there's an option called allow voice to be shared. Make sure it's set to always allow before we kick off. So while the guys are all set and ready to go, we will be talking to Gasto on his famous win on the Russian Grand Prix, talking about his thoughts of the race tonight and his next objective, which is the next race of the USA, I believe. I think it's the USA. Yes, it is. It is the USA track next week. And then I'll be talking to the same to Sir Spud and also to Synchronously for their thoughts of their battles tonight at the Russian Grand Prix. So, guys, are you all set and ready to go?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool. So, I'll be talking to Gasto first, then Sir Spud, and then Synchronously. So, Gasto, how you doing, mate? You alright? Hello? Gasto? We might have some technical difficulties here from Gasto's point of view, but hopefully Gasto will nudge in and get that sort. Gasto, how you doing, mate? You alright? Gasto? Hello? Hi, mate. You alright? You alright? Can you hear us? Gasto? We might have some delays on the between myself and Gasto, so hopefully we'll try and keep it short on here tonight. Nice. Yeah, I can hear you, Gasto. Can you hear me? I think there is a little bit of delay there, so hopefully we'll try and get this short and sweet. Gasto, if you can hear me, what's your thought? Nice one. Can you tell us about your thoughts of the race tonight? What's your thoughts? Fair dues, fair dues. I think we've still got some technical difficulties, Gasto. I don't think your allow voice is shared is on the party settings. Can you just please double check before we carry on for the next 2 questions? Sorry about this, guys. We will get that confirmed with Gasto in a moment or two. Okay. Yeah, okay. Could you just turn up your mic, Gasto, just a little bit more, so we can hear, the viewers can hear your thoughts of the race as well. Cool, nice one. How does it feel to win at Russia, Gasto? Brilliant stuff. Thank you for that. Well done for tonight, Gasto. You did a brilliant job at the Russia Grand Prix. I'm sure we'll see some more battles from you in the near future. 2 questions left for yourself. Next week is the US of A track. What are your thoughts of the track, and what are your expectations for next week? Fair dues. Congratulations, Gasto. Thank you for joining us tonight. You can stay if you want, or you can shoot off, but thank you very much for joining tonight. Well done, Gasto. Congratulations, mate. No. Thank you, Gasto. You did a spotting, magnificent job as always, mate. Well done for tonight. That was your best win in the Russian Grand Prix. So well done. So we're just going to go straight to Spud now to talk about his thoughts of his race tonight for 2nd place. But I'm sure we will hear his thoughts now. So Spud, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Nice one. Tell us about your thoughts of the race tonight.
Tough race. Very tough race. Where did Gasto find that pace? I have no idea. I had no answer for his pace. It was just... it was in another league he was tonight. Like I say, he's practiced and he's pulled off the massive race strategy. And, just trying to catch him but couldn't.
Yeah, absolutely. But you did a brilliant job here for finishing 2nd place after you had a battle with Rymac as well. So what's your thoughts of that battle there near the end?
Yeah, that was a good battle. I knew he was catching me. I kept an eye on what penalties he had, and I knew he had 9 seconds. So I thought, okay, I've only got 3. I've got 6 seconds clear. If he passes me, I'll just try and stay with him. And then, he got round me because I had no ERS left. I tried to defend, but no, I couldn't, so I just let him past. It was a good overtake.
Absolutely. Okay, fantastic stuff there. But I'm not sure who was at the background there, but I'm sure they're eager to watch the race again tonight. But you've been out of the top 5 drivers here tonight, Spud, you have been the one where you have capitalised on there, and I think you are the new leader of the Drivers' Championship as we speak by a few points. I think
8 points, I think.
Yes, so that's still a good job there tonight. But well done, Sir Spud. You did a brilliant job here, starting off in 3rd, finishing in 2nd. That was a brilliant job at the Russian track. So next week is the US of A. What are your thoughts of the track, and what are your expectations for next week?
I've had some good races around USA. Craig would know because I've been racing with him majority of the time. We always race on this track, so I'm hoping for another good battle with him.
Yeah,
just a bit unfortunate what happened to him tonight. I don't know what happened, but
who was that? Sorry,
unfortunate. Craig. Just a bit unfortunate. I just saw him not finish. I was like, oh, because he was running pretty well.
Yeah,
but fair play to him. I was catching him this race, and he let me past. But,
yeah,
I thought it saved me a lot of time actually.
Yeah,
USA is going to be a good race. Another good one. Hopefully top 5 again.
Okay, fair dues. Sorry about that, Sir Spud, for the short interview there.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Nice one. But like I said, well done for tonight. Well done for getting 2nd place, and I wish you all the very best of luck for the rest of the season. As always, Sir Spud. Well done for tonight. You can stay if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you, Sir Spud. But congratulations on
stay.
2nd.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much. Synchronously, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All good in the hood? Right. So, tell us about your thoughts of the race tonight.
Well, first of all, coming into the weekend, I wasn't expecting such a solid result. Russia being like one of my weakest tracks, so it was a surprise. But the first stint was going well for me. The start was great. Took over a lot of cars. The crash as well, that benefited me.
Yeah.
But I lost the rear on my car in sector 3. I think there was lap 7. Got damage, so I had to pit 3 laps earlier than I was planning to.
Okay.
So my medium tires were burning out really quickly, especially when I was pushing really hard. But I still made it to top 3 somehow.
Yeah, but that's still an immense drive from yourself there. You can't go wrong there. You've just got a podium here tonight. Out of the toughest of battles that you've had tonight here, what was your best battle that you had tonight?
It was definitely Rimac. Constant pressure. That was really good. Just back and forth.
Back and forth. Fair dues. I kind of guessed it was the Rimac Synchronicity battle that you was expecting back from there. But from there, did you expect that you lost the podium tonight from that battle?
At some point, I was checking his penalties. He said that he had 6 seconds and I had 3. That's when he went ahead of me. So at that point, I've kind of lost hope because I thought that he would get away.
Yeah.
But then few laps later, I checked again and he had 9 seconds. So at that point, I realized that I'll most likely make it because the gap wasn't big enough. And then when he caught up to Spud as well, so basically he had to slow down. He had no clear air because he had to fight. So I was quite confident on that one. And I had to drive it really accurately not to get any more penalties.
But yeah, it with the battles there, it was just madness. I thought, as you said, I thought you would have lost out on the podium because of he was trying to get the 6 second gap to keep it in there, but he did lose out on the podium as well. But you've got yourself a podium tonight, and I'm sure that'll be the one, and not the last one, but hopefully there'll be many more to come from yourself, synchronously.
Hopefully.
Can I just say, congratulations on getting 3rd place tonight. That's a brilliant drive from you, as always.
Thank you very much.
2 questions, as always. USA, what are your thoughts of the track, and what are your expectations for next week?
Another track that I'm not a fan of. Never been. It's really complicated. So it'll be hard. I'm gonna spend as much time as I can practicing. And my aim is top 5. Obviously qualifying is always like really bad for me. I don't really go with it, but I've mastered the starts, so I usually gain at least 2 positions for the start. So hopefully we'll work from that. But top 5 is my main goal.
Fair dues, mate. Fair dues. But I wish you all the very best of luck for next week at the USA Grand Prix. And again, congratulations on getting 3rd place tonight. Brilliant stuff. I'm sure that will shoot you up in the Drivers' Championship table.
Yep. Thank you.
Like I said, you can stay if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you. But thank you for joining us tonight in the contest box.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
See you later, mate. Take care. Bye-bye. Right. I'd like to say thank you to Gusto, Sir Spud, and Synchronously for their top 3 podium finishes as well. So brilliant job from those guys there as well. Can I just say a massive thank you to the guys who was in the comments box as well. I did read some of the comments as we was watching the live stream as well. But thank you to everyone that gave us compliments during the stream. Much obliged with that. I'm sure you'll be back live and exclusive from the next week's round 5 at the USA Grand Prix. Have you got any final thoughts, Tim? Are you there?
Yes, I am here, Malc.
Right. So, final thoughts of the race tonight. What's your thoughts of the race tonight?
A little bit more of a show than it was in the Performance League race last night. Also, less time penalties, if I'm not mistaken. It just seemed as though last night's Performance League race really, weighed heavy on time penalties, where tonight's F3 race did not. And, just a good drive to the podium finishers, and, congratulations to them, and thanks to the whole field for coming out and racing. We had 16 cars out there, and that's a good-sized field.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But, with this, Tim, was there I'll put you under a lot of pressure here. Who was your driver of the day? Your thoughts, quickly.
Honestly, it's going to have to go to Synchronously, just simply because, where he started 9th and he was able to rebound to a 3rd position, and, we saw him, he just never gave up there at the end, and he was just constantly pushing, and it paid off for him.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, it was between Gusto and Synchronously as well, and I can't pick one of them two, because Gusto winning on for I think this is the first ever win that he's ever had, but it's definitely the first win of the season for Gusto. But obviously Synchronously with his battle there to get the last podium here tonight. But hopefully, I can't pick out of the two. I really cannot pick, because the two drivers did really well. Same with Sir Spud as well, but Gusto, I know Sir Spud really well, so just let him off the hook on that one. So Gusto and Synchronously for my split drive of the day. But if you're going to pick Synchronously, I'm going to have to go with Synchronously for our commentator's driver of the day on there as well. Again, thank you very much to all the drivers here, and thank you to all the guys who will watch the stream. Please make sure you like and subscribe to our Invictus Racing League channel for all the live races here as well. This was the Invictus Racing League at the glorious race of the Russian Grand Prix. I was your host with the most, Malc, and always with me is the legendary commentator, the greatest American commentator of them all, Tim. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, mate. Absolute legend.
Thank you, Malc. It has been fun.
Absolutely. Fantastic
Very
stuff.
fun.
Fantastic stuff. So, next week we're at the round 5 at the glorious race of the USA. And I'll see you all soon. See you next week. Bye-bye.